Hello everybody, my name is Petr Koutný and today I'm going to show another nice game coming from the famous chess tournament Tata 2023, and I will show how Magnus Carlsen is fighting and how Magnus is coming back, because that could be one of the greatest comeback in Tata style of all his history. I think that after 2 losses, Magnus Carlsen looks like he's out of game. He's absolutely out of chance to win this tournament, and he's fighting and he won another game, and I think that he's not far to celebrate it a really nice comeback. So let's watch this game. Parham Maghsoodloo and Magnus Carlsen, and exactly here Magnus Carlsen is black and white maybe missed some variations, because he is going to play rook f1 and Magnus is going to take nearly for free pawn on b2. Just imagine how Magnus Carlsen is great in endgame, and it's nearly impossible to believe that you will hold endgame position with pawn down against Magnus Carlsen. And that's exactly happened, because, white played well first 27 moves, but after this move, he's lost. Magnus Carlsen will play another 25 moves without any big effort, and he knows that he is winning, and that's exactly the story of this game. So let's watch this game from beginning till end, and let's enjoy another beautiful game of Magnus Carlsen. Up to me, Magnus Carlsen is one of the best chess player ever, and I'm enjoying to following his games, and I'm really happy that he's back. He's back, and finger crossed he will be able to win this tournament. That should be big comeback. So hopefully yes, finger crossed. And now let's watch this game, because that's good game, and that's exactly something like typical Magnus Carlsen's game. Not a big advantage, not big chances, not fire on the board, but a good game. So Magnus Carlsen is a black and Parham is a white. That's exactly what is important to know. And opening, nothing special, I think, but now Magnus Carlsen is playing move c5. So that's the first active move, and that's the first sign that black will fight, and that black is playing for advantage. That's the first sign. Okay, first question is, what's happened if white is taking on c5? I think that all these variations will tell us that there is not advantage for anybody, but this position is full of life, and both players are playing for advantage. I believe that black is absolutely okay here, and everything is open, but that was only one variation, and white played move g4. Looks like that black is losing pawn, because only one move what black should play and will play is bishop g6, but now watch that once, and the second times white is taking on g6. So maybe black missed something. Is it really black pawn down? Not really. So g4, and now maybe that's something what white missed. Black took on d4 and now he came back to g6. Of course, he is losing for while a pawn, but he's not losing pawn anyway. So white took for second time, and here is a pin. So knight is taking on g4, and because of this pin, bishop on h4 is hanging. Yes, no big advantage for anybody, but we are not far to enter endgame. And that's exactly the part of game where Magnus Carlsen is absolutely the number one on the board. So, he took on g4. I think that, no reason why not to believe that this is a good variation. But black played first check on e6, makes sense, and now he took on g4, and now he came knight f3. Okay, Magnus played queen f6. That's a nice move, of course. Here is a danger check, and all variations will tell you that this is a bad variation for white. Of course, another variation here is rook e7 and this pin and check, and of course white is losing queen, so white has to be careful. Of course, he is careful and he is taking on f6, and Magnus is taking back by a bishop. What is important here to see that this bishop is stronger than knight, and maybe this position is level, no advantage for anybody. But if I have chance to choose a side, I will play for black. I will play with black pieces because this bishop is giving me hope that I have chance. Okay, knight d5 and knight c6. Looks like Magnus Carlsen is losing again a pawn, but he is not losing pawn. Anyway, why? Because this pawn on d4 is hanging. Maybe rook d8, maybe bishop d4, knight d4, and same. What's happened, for example, after knight is taking on f6, rook taking on f6, and this knight and this pawn is hanging, and I think that here black is more active. Say, variation like to go to e2 is losing immediately. Check and check. That's a simple. I think that this endgame is lost for white. Too many threats, too many checks, and at least one or two pawns are falling down. So that's not a good variation, of course. Maybe knight e5 immediately, but why to believe that this is a good variation for white? I think that that's a bad variation for white anyway. So white played rook d1, check on e8, knight e3, rook e4. Of course, black has to take back this pawn. d5, knight b4, d6, check, one exchange. Okay, why not? And what's happened? Let's watch this pawn formation. Or maybe not super strong pawn formation for too many endgames, but what is more important is still this difference between knight and bishop. Okay, not enough. Not enough to win a game, but for Magnus Carlsen at least something to believe that he will play for advantage. So okay, he took pawn on g4, and yes, one more time. I think that black's pawn formation is a little bit more healthy than white's pawn formation, and now rook d5, rook d7, and I think that the pawn on b2 is hanging, and I don't understand why. White is not playing with b3. Maybe he thought that he is too passive. Maybe he thought that he doesn't mind to lose a pawn. But every time if you're playing against Magnus Carlsen, and of course we don't have chance to play against Magnus, but I think that lots of top chess players has experienced that it's hard to play with Magnus endgames, and it's nearly impossible to play with Magnus endgame with pawn down, and they are right. Okay, now white lost a pawn, and it's game over. Magnus Carlsen is going to exchange nearly everything, and he will enter the winning rook endgame. Now, rook d5, rook b4, and why not to improve another piece? King on e6 is doing amazing job, and pawn on d6 is nearly falling down because there is no hope that white will save this pawn. And if this pawn is going down, white is losing immediately. Okay, of course, white will fight. Rook a4, a3, exchange. exchange, and this endgame. I don't believe that White will survive. Even we are going to watch another 18 moves. But since now till end, that's only one man show. Magnus Carlsen, of course, is going to win this endgame without any difficulties. This pass pawn is a winning pawn. This king is a winning piece. And of course, White is playing without king because this rook is doing amazing job. It's a simple if you know how to play endgame. So just push a pawn, b5, b4, and if you have chance to put the pawn for one more time. Now rook c5, and because White's king has no chance to help White's rook to block a b4 pawn, that's a typical and easy winning endgame. So let's learn something and let's watch how Magnus is playing this endgame. Anyway, if you saw a good video, and feel free and press like or press follow and made my day, because yes, Magnus won another game and he's back. That should be one of the greatest comeback in a Tata Steel tournament history. Hopefully, and finger crossed, he will win another game tomorrow and he will win this tournament. I wish that he will. So, at the end of this video, thank you very much for watching, your time and likes, and of course follows. Stay by me and see you each other next time. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and bye bye.